There are nights that change the way you breathe. Nights that turn something ordinary into something you'll never forget. For me, it started on a quiet Friday evening in 2020. The kind of night where the world feels harmless, where you convinced yourself nothing bad could possibly happen. I was 18, living alone in my small apartment 8 miles outside town. Just me and my tiny 5-pound dog, Milo, who usually feared everything, except tonight. Tonight, he sensed something before I did. My boyfriend was coming over the next day, so I spent the whole evening cleaning my place. By the time I finished, it was past 6, and I was starving. The kitchen sparkled, and I didn't want to mess it up again, so I did what every tired, hungry girl does. I ordered Uber Eats. My delivery instructions were always the same: contactless, leave at the door. Living alone teaches you to be careful. Within minutes, I got the notification. Your driver is on the way. White Honda Fit Sport. Everything seemed normal. Nothing unusual. Nothing dangerous. Until the order was delivered. I jumped off the couch, excited, hungry. But when I opened my door, there was nothing. No bag, no drink, no food. Confused, I checked the hallway. No order at any door. I stepped back inside, ready to message the driver. When someone knocked, it was my next-door neighbor, holding my food. He looked worried. He said, "Hey, I took this from your driver. He was looking through your windows." My stomach dropped. Every part of me froze. I thanked him, confused, embarrassed, not wanting to panic. Maybe the driver was just checking he had the right apartment. Maybe my neighbor misunderstood. I forced myself to forget it, ate my food, watched a movie, and tried to convince myself everything was fine. Later that night, I showered, locked up, and crawled into bed with Milo curled beside me. But sleep didn't stay long. Twice maybe, 3 times. Milo woke me with low growls aimed at the window or back door. He never growled like that. Not once in his tiny little life. Something was outside. I forced myself to calm him. Eventually, I fell asleep, but not for long. Bang. A violent heavy hit on my bedroom window jolted me awake. Milo exploded into frantic barking, whimpering, growling all at once. My window, a window that didn't lock properly, shook again. Someone was trying to lift it. I froze in my bed, pulled the sheets over my face with just enough space to see the window, and whispered to 911. The operator told me to move to another room. I grabbed a kitchen knife with shaking hands, hiding behind the counter as she stayed on the line, promising officers were on the way. I peeked out the kitchen window, and that's when I saw it. The white Honda Fit Sport. The Uber driver's car, parked across the field beside my apartment, but the driver was not in the car, which meant he was behind my building, near my room, near that window. The police finally arrived. 2 officers checked the backyard and found fresh footprints in the mud, leading directly to my bedroom window. Another officer checked the car empty. My neighbor came out, shocked. He told them what he saw earlier, and even offered to let me sleep at his place for the night. I said no, and to this day, I still don't know why. After the officers left, I tried to calm down, locking everything twice, checking every corner of the apartment, but I couldn't sleep. Not really. At 2 a.m., just when I was finally drifting off, bang, 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 someone hammered on my front door. For a moment, I thought it was him, but when I opened the peephole, it was the same female officer from before. She said the police had stayed hidden nearby, just to be safe, and they caught him. The Uber driver, walking straight toward my door, with the same quiet determination he'd shown on my window. He was arrested on the spot. Hearing that broke me, because if the police hadn't stayed, if they'd truly left, he would have gotten inside. After they took him away, I sat awake until morning, my knife on the bed, my dog pressed against my chest, my body shaken with what could have happened. I never used food delivery again, not when I was alone, not ever. But the part that still haunts me the most isn't the window, or the door, or even the car in the field. It's the look the officer had when she said, you were his target, and he was coming back for you. If you're listening to this right now, be careful. The scariest people aren't the ones in horror movies. They're the ones you don't expect, the ones delivering your dinner. Stay safe, stay aware, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and support the channel. before someone decides to knock on your window next. I was 26 at the time, old enough to feel confident, but young enough to make stupid decisions. I was in Washington, D.C. on a short vacation, visiting my fiancée, Sarah. She had just completed her basic training, and her graduation was coming up. It was a huge moment for her and her family, and she wanted me there. I didn't even hesitate, booked a flight, and flew out a week early so she and I could spend time alone before her family arrived. During that week, she stayed with me at the hotel. We wanted to explore all the historical places I'd never seen before. I'd missed a school trip when I was younger, so everything felt new and exciting. After breakfast, we decided to head out. We walked for hours Lincoln Memorial, Washington Monument, the Capitol, even the White House. Sarah loved watching me take everything in, and for a while it felt like a perfect trip. By the fourth hour, my legs were dead, and my excitement was fading into exhaustion. We sat down under a patch of shade, and Sarah requested an Uber on her phone. We'd used it earlier and had no issues, so we didn't think twice. I leaned against a stone ledge, closed my eyes, and let the cool breeze hit my face. After 10 minutes, a gray minivan pulled up beside the road, not in a designated spot, not even somewhere a car should stop. Sarah looked at me and said, "This is ours." She opened the back door. "Uber for Sarah?" she asked. The driver gave a silent nod, no greeting, no confirmation, nothing. I climbed in behind her. The door shut. The van smelled faintly like cigarettes and old coffee. The man didn't say a word. He simply started driving. At the time, I ignored the red flag. I was tired. My brain didn't want to process anything except sleep. I leaned my head back and closed my eyes for a moment. Then I felt Sarah tap my arm. I looked at her, and her face was pale. She didn't speak, just turned her phone toward me. The route on the screen showed the hotel in the opposite direction from where we were going. Before I could even ask her what was going on, a notification popped up. "Your Uber driver has arrived," followed by a message. "Where are you?" "I'm at the pickup spot." My heart dropped. The photo of the real driver did not match the man driving us. We had gotten into the wrong car. No, not the wrong car. A car belonging to someone pretending to be a rideshare driver. I slowly looked up at the rearview mirror and saw the man watching me. His eyes were cold, expressionless. I leaned forward, trying to stay calm. "Hey, actually, we changed our minds. You can drop us off here. We're good." His eyes stayed locked on mine in the mirror. He didn't nod. He didn't speak. He didn't slow down. He just kept driving. My pulse hammered in my ears. I could see from Sarah's trembling hands she was terrified. This man had no intention of letting us out. Whatever he wanted, we didn't want to find out.